Fuck up. Now I know the concept of growing the fuck up. Mamas get meals to the next.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Maddie with the Y. What it do, baby? Today I will be talking about the abuse and the neglect that my adopted parents did to me when I was from when I was a baby to a newborn to 11. So one of the most traumatic things that I can remember, and that always sticks with me, and that is like every day when I see it, it reminds me of it, and it's not a trigger, but I could just see it, and it just reminds me over and over again of what happened when I was younger, like around 8 or 9. We were going to church, and we went to church in the woods. It was a Catholic church, and LaDonna, that's her name, she decided to leave me on a bridge because me and my sister got into an argument, and she always took her anger out on me and nobody else. I was the only one who had to get beat and who got their hair pulled, like who got stabbed, all that. She left me on a bridge. I wasn't getting out of the car when she told me to get out. So then she pulled me by my hair and she started dragging me out the car, and then she just dragged me on the floor and left me there and drove away. And I looked at the car driving away from me, and I was like, well, this is it, like I'm done, like I'm here and there's nowhere, I don't have nowhere to go. Like I was 6 or 7 and I'm in the middle of nowhere in these woods and on a bridge. And that's like the only thing I can remember. I don't like bridges now because of that. She didn't come back for me until like late that day, and it's only because my sister, one of my sisters, like she threw a big fit, and she was making a big scene and was like, you need to go get her. But other things she would do to punish me was she would stab me with keys on my arms. I have all kinds of scars on my arms that she would just be stabbing me with, and I don't know why she did it. She was weird. She did a lot of things that aren't right, and I think that kids, like they do need an ass whooping. I think every kid needs an ass whooping at some point, but getting left in the middle of nowhere for hours when you're 6 or 7 in the woods, or getting stabbed with keys when you're under the age of 11, because I told you, a newborn to 11, all this was happening to me. Whenever she would get mad, she would choke me, and she wouldn't let go until my face got purple, red or purple, and it would give me the worst headaches, and my eyes would be all red from my blood vessels popping because I was little, and like I would get the worst headaches from it. And I still, like to this day, I still get bad headaches if I like move my head a certain way, or like if I stop breathing for a while. So like if I hold my breath, I'll get a really bad headache because of that. This has only happened to me. None of my 3 sisters had to go through any of this. This is all towards me, and I was okay with it because I thought if I could take the pain from my sisters so they wouldn't have to go through it, so there'd just be one of us suffering and not all 4 of us, I could do it, because at the end of the day, it was meant to happen to me. We had 2 dogs, and they weren't potty trained. They would pee in the house, and LaDonna, she would get my face, as in, this is another punishment. So everything I'm listing right now are punishments that she would do to me. So she would put my face, she would rub my face in the pee, and it was carpet and tile, so it just depends wherever she wanted to do it or where the pee was at. And she would take my face and she would just rub it in the pee and on the carpet, mostly the carpet, because it hurt them, because it would leave it would make my face bleed from the rubbing, and and she would just do that until I bleed, and she wouldn't stop until there was marks on my face. And most of the abuse that happened was in the summertime because I wasn't able to go to school. And there was one time where I remember before school started, she went and she just fucked my whole face up, and she just went and I had scratches. I probably still have the scars. I have scars on my face, scars on my arm, scars on my legs, like everywhere. Whenever I would get punished, that's what she would call it. She's like, you need to get punished. So whenever I got punished, she would leave me outside for a while after that. And it was hot where I live. It's really hot. So, but I would, if I wasn't in there, if I was away, I would be in the backyard and I would just sit there for hours, you know, waiting to be let back in. You know, I would get, my whole body would turn red from being sunburned because I'm white, like I'm a pale bitch. So my whole body will turn red and I would get like these bubbles on my skin from like the, I'll get the bubbles on my skin from the heat, you know, because of the type of burns they were from the sun. So, another punishment was I didn't have a room. I slept in the hallway and I didn't have no clothes. I had a few outfits, mixed matched mostly. My sister's clothes I would wear. I didn't have clothes. I slept in a hallway with a pillow that my sister gave me, and it was a big house. It was like 7 bedrooms. I think it was 7 bedrooms. Yeah. The dogs got a bedroom before I got a bedroom. I slept in the hallway with their pee and with the mess because the house was disgusting. It was sick, and that's also why I went into foster care. Because the house, it wasn't livable. You couldn't live there. I wasn't allowed to go on vacation with them, so they would go to Disneyland. And when they went to Disneyland, I had to stay with a babysitter, and the babysitter was a female, but she wasn't there. It was a male, and he was the one who would take care of me for a few days, for 3 days. And so I went and I got dirty outside, and he told me to, if you have been sexually molested, if you've been raped, if you have been through anything like that, I don't know if you're gonna want to hear it because it's gonna get into details. So I don't know if you want to just skip towards it because it could be triggering. I don't know what you want to do, but I recommend that you do skip over it if you are not ready to hear it. So he told me to take my shirt off, and I said, no, why do I have to take my shirt off? And he's like, because it's dirty. It's like, okay, can you give me another shirt? And I was little, so I didn't have no boobs, so I took my shirt off, and then he went like this, and he touched me. And then he took the shirt, and then he said, those are dirty too, you need to take them off. I said, I'm not going to take them off. And then he said, you need to take them off. And I was scared because I seen like the way like he looked, and he looked like he was about to do something evil. He had an evil face, and he had an evil look in his eye. So I did it. I took them off. And he grabbed my hands and he put them in his pants. After he did that, he started taking off my drawers, and then he raped me. And the only thing I can remember is this isn't normal. My sister Cheyenne never told me anything about this. We never talked about stuff like this, and if it was normal, you know, me and my sister were close, like I would know like this is a normal thing to do, and it's not normal. And that happened for just 3 days straight. It didn't stop. And he would leave me in the closet. I didn't have nothing. I was just in the closet the whole time for the 3 days, and he would come in whenever he needed me, and he left. And I didn't have nothing, no water, no food, no blankets, nothing. And I peed myself and everything. I threw up. I would stick my fingers on my throat just so I could throw up. So, you know, maybe he'll find me disgusting, and he didn't. And he was just like, you think this is disgusting to me? He was like, I'm a disgusting person. And I didn't know what to say. I was like, this is like crazy. and I was just there, and I would just lay there, and as it was happening, all I could think of is, this is all because when somebody didn't want to love me. It's because my adopted mom didn't find love in me. She didn't see I had potential. She didn't see that I was meant to be taken care of. And I didn't know who to tell or what to do about it. And when I didn't tell anybody, actually. I barely told my sister Cheyenne about 2 years ago when we got into this big fight about something I forgot. And I told her, like, this happened. And that's when she found out. And she believed me. She didn't take me. She didn't think I was lying. She knew something was up because because of what happened when they came back from their vacation, and they were all having fun, and they talked about how much fun they were having and how it was just great for them. And I was there, and I made up a whole bunch of lies, and I was like, oh yeah, we went and got ice cream, and we went to go eat, and we went, we did so much, we had so much fun too. And really, I was in a closet getting raped. I was in a closet getting raped because, LaDonna, you didn't want to love me. You didn't want to show me, and you... Bitch, I can't do this. This is so hard. Okay, I'm good. I got this. You put me in danger because you weren't happy with yourself, so you would want to make sure I wasn't happy with myself. And that's something that I was a little girl. I should have never have had to do that. I should never have had to been through that. After that, that happened, I would still go there to the house for when they would go on vacations, but she was back. The actual babysitter was there, and she was taking care of me now, and I actually liked her, and she actually didn't do nothing to hurt me. Whenever my not my mom, but LaDonna, she would get mad, she would cut my hair off. She cut my hair off. She cut my sister's hair off too, and she would just shave my whole hair, all of it off. So and she would also, with spoons, with wooden spoons, she would take them and she would break them, and she wouldn't stop until she broke them all off. Like, she would hit, and then once they broken, about 2 or 3 were broken, then she would stop beating me with them. And there were social workers who came to the house, and there were social workers who came to the school and asked me and talked to my teacher, and there were social workers involved, and they didn't do nothing. They could see the bruises and scratches on my body, and they seen that, and they didn't want to do anything. They didn't want to take me, or they didn't want to help us. They didn't want to help me. They just wanted me to sit there and suffer. And like I said, this was all because one person couldn't find a little girl worth loved. I knew I could have been loved, and if only that one person could have helped me, I probably wouldn't have gone through everything I went through. And I'm not gonna say it's for sure, I don't know, but I promise you, if the first social worker who came out, if she did something, I wouldn't have been through everything I went through, because they're not retarded. They could see. They're not blind. People could see. That's really all I'm ready to talk about, and that's all I really want to talk about. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. You could comment them. You can text me on Instagram, which the Instagram is going to be there, or Snapchat, whatever. I'll answer all questions honestly, and you can go ahead and ask me whatever you would like, and I've already showed this much, so I won't hold nothing back anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it 100, so if y'all want to go ahead, text me and ask me any questions, go ahead. Even if I know you on a personal level, like if we're friends and you still want to ask me questions, go ahead. And I don't want nobody to look at me in a different type of way because I put this video out. And if you gone through something like this, or if you've gone through, if you've been raped, if you've been abused, if you've been neglected, You could text me if you need help. You can text me if you just need someone to talk to, because I'm on my phone and I will be there for whoever needs it. Even if I don't know you, even if you live across the world from me, I'll be there and you can text me and I got you. Okay, well that's it for this video. You want to come in the video real quick and say hi?
Huh?
You want to come in the video real quick and say hi?
Will I be what to do?
Yeah.
Baby, what it do?
And what it do, baby? Alright, y'all. Well, that's it for this video. I hope y'all like, subscribe, share it, tell people, let people know I'm here if they want to talk. And that's for everybody and anybody. Okay? Bye.
Fuck. Used to take a bath in some boiling water, pots and bowls, kitchen.